Alright. Hello, everyone. Okay, so the idea for today is she was telling me about her recipe for sausage balls and how 1 pound of meat can make 70 of them, right? And so I was wondering what happens if you put all of that and use the recipe just to make one big one, or 2 big ones, since it'll probably be too big. But that's what we're gonna do. Did I miss anything?
Nope, you got it all.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
And now we're gonna begin.
So first let's turn the oven on, and you're gonna turn the oven to 425. And we're gonna let that preheat while we mix everything together.
Okay, what do we need to mix things in?
A big bowl. I would suggest a bowl and us going ahead and measuring out the 2 cups of Bisquick, because once your hands are in there and you're doing it, you're not gonna want to touch a measuring cup. This is good because usually I get the huge bag and I divide it up. So I usually measure everything before I start, but this is how much you need.
Okay,
So you just
pour in
open
the
it
cheese
and
and
pour
we're
it.
good. Okay.
But you don't want your hands with sausage and everything in here. So go ahead and get a bowl so that we can pour out 2 cups of 2 cups of Bisquick in it.
Just this much, since we're only making 2. Yay. All right.
Okay. So we'll set this over here. That's the one I was rolling, so I think it's gonna be pretty decent. So what you're gonna do is I'm letting you do it. You'll need to measure 2 cups of Bisquick into the bowl. So we'll get a little, you're gonna get a little dirty with this one.
That is fun. I'm gonna get a paper towel to put stuff on so I don't make a total mess.
That'll work.
Let's just do that over there.
Okay. So now we're gonna take our sausage and we're gonna open it and put it in here. You're gonna need a knife or scissors or something to open it with.
There's scissors right in there. Okay.
If you start at the top and just push it down, it's easier. And it's all gonna come out.
Well, this is a sight. So weird. I love it. Oven's just like growling at us.
Start with your hands and you're just gonna knead it. You need to break it up a little bit.
Oh wow, that's strange.
Yeah.
That is a strange texture.
Just kind of get it, kind of warming it up, because we're getting ready to add some flour in there.
That's so weird. Okay, so just like kind of messing.
You're just wanting to just smush it. Get in there like it's Play-Doh.
The most unpleasant Play-Doh ever.
Yeah. Okay. So now we are going to start to incorporate our Bisquick mixture. Okay. So here's where I was saying, at this point you wouldn't want to be digging into this with that your hands. So what we're going to do is you can start with half of that, just kind of eyeball. So I'm going to help you out here.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to take about a half of what we measured out. Okay. Now again, you're just gonna work that together, and you want it just to work it as best as possible.
Squishing it?
So just what you're gonna do is you're just smushing it together. You're just working it. You're just gonna keep working it until you cannot see any of the Bisquick. You're gonna want to make it, that's a good mixture. You're going to want to mix it by hand until you get it. See how you can still see the white? I want it mixed to where you can't tell the two distinctive ingredients. So go ahead and go for it.
Okay.
And
wow, this is strange.
It takes a little time. Now I'm going to tell you why I choose not to use a mixing tool like a KitchenAid blender, or a mixer, or even a handheld mixer. Because what happens is it mixes it too much and it's like a paste. We don't want a paste.
Yeah, we want whatever this is.
We want it to be mixed well. And we want the two ingredients to really solidify together, but we don't want it a paste. So if you just keep doing that, making it a ball, and keep grabbing in that and incorporating in the Bisquick, it's going to eventually all come together. You're going to have to you're going to have to squish it a little bit more. A half of this, and when we put in the cheese, we will see if it really needs any more Bisquick. That's why I always say you start with 1.5 cups, because you can always add extra, but if you put too much in, you can't take it out.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take this, and again, I eyeball. So I'm going to do about 1/2 of that. Now usually I use 2 cups of cheese, but if you wanted them cheesier, you could add more cheese. That's a preference there that you could get. So at this point, we're going to do exactly what we were just doing before, except we're incorporating the cheese. And we did a little bit extra Bisquick. And the reason we did the extra Bisquick is because we're adding in another ingredients, and we all want it to
we want like the Bisquick on everything.
Right, we want it to come together. So now you can start mixing that the same way and kneading it in there. And you will notice as you're doing that, the cheese, it's not melting, but it is warming to the temperature. So it is going to be more pliable as you mix more and more. But you're just going to keep mixing it in.
Okay. This feels really weird because the cheese is all like, actually has like resistance to being squished.
Yes, because it's still really cold.
Hey, post-editing me here really quick. I just want to stress, if you're like having trouble like getting it all to like work, just do essentially exactly the hand movements I'm doing, which is like, you know, folding it and then pushing it, and folding it and then squishing it, and then that. Just do that over and over again, kind of like making a sandwich over and over again.
So from here, let's go ahead, and you see how you've worked most of it off your hands.
Oh wait, that's so cool.
That's
Okay.
because with working it and incorporating it, it warmed up the ingredients, and it became more
And they all like
cohesive
stuck
there.
to this.
So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna take, since we're doing 2 big ones,
I'm just gonna separate 2 massive blobs.
so I'm gonna take this one and get as much as I can out of there, and you're gonna take yours and get the rest of whatever's in the bottom.
Okay, so you just kind of like pull it, and anything that's loose off of it will fall off.
Yep. So now I want you to do yours the same way, and when we do the small ones, you'll see we'll have this big ball, and I'll actually pull, say, that much, and I make the sausage ball.
Hey, it's a little baby one.
But you see that, and I keep incorporating it in as I go. So now take your ball and start to do, you want to
just kind of like
continue to
mashing
knit.
it around. Yeah. Just get anything that's gonna fall off of it.
And we're gonna make it. And I will say, these do not have to be perfectly rounded. They do not have to be a perfect ball. So if you don't get the perfect ball shape, it's okay. Very good.
Hey.
Okay. So see there? I think one big one, I don't think it would cook.
Yeah, because that'd be huge.
Yes. So usually these cook about 18 to 20 minutes. These are going to have to cook longer just because they're bigger. So what we'll do, we'll start off with these in the oven at the 425. We'll go ahead and we'll start with 20 minutes, and then we'll look at them and see how they look after 20 minutes. It may take 30, but we'll see.
So we're gonna put these in the oven for 1 billion years. Boom.
All right. So now we're just going to repeat this process.
But without making abominations for Fantan.
So we are going to start with
My hands feel all like sandy.
yeah, they probably feel a little greasy too. So 340, 350.
Okay guys, so since you just saw the whole process to actually making like the meat, I'm going to now fast forward until we're actually making the smaller sausage balls, because I don't think you guys need to see the process of pounding the meat again. It'll just make the video like twice as long for no reason.
No, okay, we can start making the small balls.
I think next year we should absolutely make Drosselmeyer dance. That would be hilarious.
And then in snow, you had the snow, but then you had the snow paw, which is the snow queen and the cavalier dancing together.
Okay.
And then, so you just grab, I think this is a good size.
Like
so I
this?
usually, yeah. And you're just gonna roll it. And depending on the size of them, depends on how many you're gonna get,
Ta-da! It's a ball.
So,
Yay.
um,
Oh, that failed. I tried to grab it and I just like ripped off a tiny piece. We've got like a little army of them. I'm gonna wash my hands and I'm gonna show them to the camera. Camera it.
Because we need to check the.
Wow, those actually smell amazing. I love that. They smell like biscuits.
Well, essentially, that's what it is. A sausage biscuit with cheese. And I'm gonna get a little knife because we're gonna check the middle to make sure the sausage in the middle is done.
They look more vibrant on camera than they do in real life.
Oh, nice.
Look, they have a lot more yellow on them than they do, which is kind of odd.
I hate cutting in half, but I need to see. See how this in the middle still needs to
like
cook a little bit, that sausage?
Mushy? Yeah.
Well, it's going to be mushy because it's cheese and everything melting. But you see how the red on the sausage?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to stick these back in here.
I like how that one you cut in half and the other one looks like it got cut in half anyway.
I know, right? It kind of looks like the bread when you cook the bread.
Yeah, actually, it kind of does.
Okay, so we'll put this back in the middle where it was. And then the little ones, we're going to put on the bottom.
Okay. So just bring it over.
I'm good. I didn't know if you needed to talk or do
Oh yeah.
something.
Here's all of these. We have like a little army of tiny meatballs or sausage balls.
And then maybe you can get a picture of both sizes in there in the oven.
That actually sounds good. Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's next. Hey, yeah, that one's like soup on the inside. And we've got the small ones look like they're done, I think.
Yep.
A little bit bubbly.
Let me grab.
If you can pick them up.
I can't grab it. I'm trying to do a one-hander.
Oh, that one's like fully done. Wow. Okay, so we got these, and then these are like, I like how those are just like completely silent, and these are just sizzling all over the place.
Okay, so this is me after having made all of them. As you can see, this is them up against each other for comparison. So the larger ones, obviously, excluding the fact that one of them looks like a face hugger's about to come out of it and latch onto my face. If you get that reference, good for you. Excluding that, the larger ones do not taste as good because they're thicker and they have to cook for longer, which means the outside is a little bit more burnt. Which kind of helps to answer, like, what happens if a food is larger and then you go to cook it, because it's going to turn out having had to been cooked longer, which, you know, eventually the outside is going to start burning while the inside's still cold, so, you know, it doesn't really help. Well, the small ones were perfection. Like, that one meme, like, perfect, everything, down to the last minute details from Homelander. It's that. They are amazing, they go amazingly with mustard, but also they're good by themselves. I love them, and they cooked really well, and they were good. And my family ate all of them. It was kind of hard to finish the bigger ones, because the bigger ones aren't bad. It's just when they're next to the ones that are so much better than them, is when it's kind of sad. We did finish all of them though, so like no food was wasted. But yeah, win for smaller food. If you don't need to make something bigger, don't.
And yeah, I hope you all have a great day and make some sausage balls. They're quick, they're easy, and they're fun. Also, you can like mass produce them, so if you ever have a party to go to or like a nutcracker to cater or something, make them. It's good.